710 at News Radio 1029 KARN. Kevin Miller joined by Congressman French Hill. Good luck following Dolly, buddy.
Well, I do work 9 to 5. No doubt about that.
maybe
7 days a week.
Maybe a little longer. You never know.
Yeah, listen, my condolences about the loss of Gary yesterday. What a freak, tragic accident. I'm just heartbroken for you guys.
I have to tell you, thank you so much for saying so, and I'll accept that as a member of our staff. We are still in shock, and you can imagine what we're feeling, and even more so for his family. And it has been touching, the number of people that have reached out to us about this and reached out to Gary's family, and it includes even our competition across town. And it is truly heartfelt and appreciated. So thank you very much.
You bet.
Congressman, it is an effort to bring a skilled workforce caucus activity to Arkansas. And if you would, get the congressional speak out of that. What does this mean?
Yeah, so Brenda Lawrence is a member of Congress from the Detroit area, and she and I are involved in a caucus of members called the Skilled Workforce Caucus. And what we try to do is highlight in all of our states outstanding efforts to get young people into the trades, into skilled workforce, because we have such a shortage of jobs in electricians, HVAC, motor carriers, transport, welding, manufacturing skills, control operators. And so we're trying to promote great things that are going around the country. And Brenda Lawrence came to Little Rock from Detroit, and we spent all day Friday talking about enhancing skilled workforce here in Little Rock. We went out to ASU-BB. You and I've talked about the John Deere program they have out there, that they train John Deere technicians all over the Mid-South. Outstanding program. We went out to Maverick Transportation and looked at their training institute on how they train drivers for long-haul trucking. And we went out to DeSoto Falcon Jet, which is one of Little Rock's finest manufacturing assembling operations out there. Very impressive facility. All need work, all need skilled workforce.
Her name seems familiar to me, Brenda Lawrence. You've worked with her on other projects before, have you not?
I have. She's a freshman congressman also from that area. She's a former mayor up in a suburb of Detroit, and she's passionate about getting people into the trades just like I am, because it's a lifetime of entrepreneurship and self-worth and great family incomes in the trades. One does not have to have a marketing degree in college. This is the way to build, I think, a great future for your family.
Well, if Congress doesn't work out, there is a fantastic shot of you working a truck driving simulator on your website. So,
well, let me tell you something. The old boy who was showing us how to do it, he says, get that man an application.
Sign that guy up. He knows his stuff. Congressman French Hill, you also say that it's time to recommit to the war on terror.
Well, I've said for the 16 months I've been in Congress, we have got to have a coalition that involves diplomatic capabilities, our war fighters, and make sure they have the talent, skills, equipment, everything they need to do it. We need rules of engagement, which I think this administration has been lacking in, to let our men and women on the ground in theater take the decisions that they need to take in order to defeat ISIS and the terrorists. And finally, we need this aspect of the war on terrorism that I've been so involved in, which is stopping the money flow to terrorists. And so I did a piece in Newsmax this week that it reiterated all those things, and if we don't do it, we're not going to be a winner, in my view.
With the money flow, how do we have control over that? If it's coming from foreign organizations or foreign governments, what can we do there?
Well, foreign governments is a government-to-government discussion, but what we try to do is interdict it at borders, like the very porous border between Iraq and Turkey, by working with the Turks and the Iraqis. We do it to actually attack storage warehouses of oil or currency or gold or other commodities that ISIS is trying to sell on the black market to fuel their operations, and that's how you do it. You combine financial targets with military operations.
Is it all overseas, or do we need to worry about terrorism domestically also, Congressman?
Well, we worry about it, obviously, in the homeland, and I've talked at length about our porous border and concerns about who's coming across our border. But in terrorism finance, we worry about it here too, where people set up shell companies, and they work with the drug trafficking organizations to fuel money back to terrorist organizations like Hezbollah. And that's an activity that the Treasury Department and the FBI are engaged in every day in that front, right here in our own country.
Congressman, I don't know if you've had a chance to follow up, but I want to ask anyway here. The VA says they have put in place some protocols to help improve wait times. Have you had a chance to follow up on anything that's going on at the VA?
I have not, since I talked to you last about it, other than I did have a brief visit on Memorial Day with our new permanent director of the VA here in Little Rock, Dr. Margie Scott, and I said, I want to make sure that we have a outstanding record here of people who are ethical and who are serving our veterans at the highest standards, and I told her I would be watching. So, and I'm still waiting on my investigative report, so I'll report to you when I get the word on that as well, vis-a-vis the solar panels.